Another, I would classify it or categorize it as a type of energy medicine that you've brought in to the center is acupuncture. Acupuncture is very cool right now. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah,
it's very hip. It's very cool. They're doing it at the Cleveland Clinic. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's bringing acceptance to the people, is the fact that a hospital is doing it.
Yes.
Acupuncture, of course, is probably the oldest of all the healing arts. I mean, it dates back well over 10,000 years in China.
Wow.
Our problem was finding a Chinese acupuncturist. Not so much nationality-wise, because Allison is anything but, she's a Long Islander.
Right.
But she brings in the mentality of the Chinese acupuncture.
And she was trained in Chinese acupuncture.
Correct.
Right.
And the importance of that is that, as with everything else, is we've tried to mainstream even acupuncture.
Sure we have.
Okay, we've tried to shorten the courses. We've tried to do all this so that more and more people can get involved and schools can make more and more money. Right.
I have a word for that, but we can't say that on public access TV, what they're doing, but okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So when Allison approached us about performing acupuncture, it was one of the components that I was looking for, because it is another energy component. It ties all the meridians in, and I think a lot of people misunderstand what acupuncture actually does. Acupuncture,
I agree.
Acupuncture balances the energy of the body. What causes pain is an overproduction of energy to a meridian, and I won't get into. I don't understand all the little aspects.
That's why you have Allison.
That's why I have Allison.
But you knew fundamentally that was very in line with what you knew to be true.
Right, because people that suffer long-term chronic pain, the body has a way of taking and trying to balance itself.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, and what acupuncture does is it assists the body, once again, in creating that balance.
Well, then let's take a look at Allison Bauer demonstrating just a small little bit of acupuncture. You guys do what's called a point of the month.
Yes.
Okay, and what's that about?
The point of the month is just to let people know about various points that I can do in acupuncture, and it may be something that is indicative of what happens in the season. So it could
timely.
It's definitely a timely point. I always try and make it have to do with the season what we're in. And it gives people an idea of what acupuncture looks like, what it feels like, and then how the points are used, because they're not just used for pain.
I love that, because it kind of breaks it down a little bit instead of this overwhelming field. Because you and I could talk about acupuncture for hours.
Yes.
The history and its place in therapy, and I love that you do that little piece.
Yeah.
So what is the point of the month that you're going to demonstrate for us?
So the point of the month is
this month.
This month we just had summer solstice yesterday.
Yes.
And this is the summer solstice point. So so the summer is in the fire element.
Makes sense. The sun, it's hot.
That's right. The fire meridians are the heart, the small intestine, the pericardium, and the triple heater.
And triple heater, explain what that is, because that is a acupuncture word. We do not have that in my world, triple heater.
Right, and the triple heater is the only meridian that does not have an organ system associated with it. So the triple heater is the hostess of the body. It's the meridian associated with making sure you're warm enough, that the body has everything it needs.
Oh, so those people that run cold or run warm, that gives you an indicator? Kind of where
it's paired with the pericardium, and that's more related to circulation.
Okay, all right.
So the triple heater would be the person at a party that would be like, hey, do you have what you need? How are you doing? Are you enjoying yourself?
Oh my gosh.
That's what the triple heater does in the body.
Okay, that's so cool. Okay, very cool.
So the point we're going to do is Palace of Weariness, and it's on the pericardium.
Okay.
Paired with the triple heater.
The pericardium being around the heart.
Yeah, it's the protective coating around the heart.
And yet you're not going to get anywhere near my heart.
No.
Physically. Yes, which is very interesting.
The meridian flows from the fingertip up the arm around the chest, but we won't be doing a point there. We'll be doing a point on the hand.
Okay.
So this point is the Harari point, and a Harari point is the season point in the season that you're in. So it's the fire point in the fire season.
How appropriate.
Exactly.
I know, I'm so excited. Okay.
So Palace of Weariness is can be used in many different ways. So a Harari point is capturing the peak of the energy of that season at the peak time of day, which is right now.
Really?
Yes.
How perfect.
Yeah. So it's fire time of the day, and it's a fire point. And so you can tonify if there's a deficiency, or you can sedate if
there's excess, and balance that way.
And it's even a triple threat when you do a person who is a fiery constitution.
Which I am.
I think so.
Oh my gosh, that's why I'm so intrigued by this. And I
So
love
I'm doing
how,
a kind of a paired host point. Right?
Oh, and I love it because people don't realize that the seasons do affect us. We as human
Absolutely.
beings are affected by our environment.
Absolutely.
And I love that that's what I think of when I think of a holistic approach to something. Are you taking even your environment
Absolutely.
into how you feel about your well-being, or
Right.
how you treat yourself?
And we kind of do that because in the summertime we socialize more.
We
We
do.
spread out our
It's true.
relationships.
Oh
we
my gosh,
mature.
never thought about that.
And we have seasons of life as well, and
Yes, we
fire
do.
is the season of life. But seasons can be used also in acupuncture because you can build somebody in one season, and a couple of seasons later they get the benefit. And we do that with allergies. So if somebody has,
Do you know how much Claritin I give out in a day?
I bet.
Oh my goodness.
I
Yeah,
bet.
yeah.
So if you were to treat somebody for fall allergies in winter or spring before, they'd be better that fall.
Wow.
So you have to use the power of the season to treat.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
my hand.
So Palace of Weariness on the palm.
All right, got an alcohol swab there.
Let that
Okay.
Try.
And the needles you use are, of course, one use only.
one use only.
Sterile.
Sterile, stainless steel. These are Siren needles. Tensile strength is fabulous. So
Okay.
the needle itself is a very high quality needle.
And I'm needle phobic, so everyone knows that. So, and yet I'm only slightly nervous.
Okay. So then
I
we're
don't
gonna tonify this point. So I will have you take a breath. Exhale.
I can't look.
And out.
That was it?
Yeah.
And you shifted my energy with that little needle.
And it continues to shift because we're moving chi, balancing the body.